1950s, square dancing boomed in Australia. Tens of thousands of people flocked to dance halls throughout the nation to enjoy the latest craze from the United States. They danced in formation to directions or calls and to music with a distinct American country and western sound. As with most dance crazes, the popularity of square dancing suddenly collapsed. But as Weekend Magazine reporter Rick Teague found, square dancing here has come of age and is on the move again.
Circle of the left, that's what you do. Alaman left like swinging on a vine, a grand right on left, go down the line.
To the uninitiated, the jargon sounds a bit strange, but without it, the participants at this gathering in suburban Adelaide would have no dance. Square dancing may not be everyone's idea of fun, but to a growing number of Australians, it's a source of enjoyment and relaxation. To the country sound of the Moonshine Band, these people are having a final fling before this year's big national square dancing convention. It's the 21st such convention, and these Adelaide square dancers are proud to have been chosen to host the event.
Promenade with this little girl, promenade, go 2 by 2, home you go and don't be slow. Here's Colin! Thank you!
Alaman left like swinging on a vine, a grand right on left, go down the line, hand over hand and around that ring, when you meet your honey, promenade again.
Veteran caller Colin Huddleston has seen square dancing go through its phases during the years and is a dedicated promoter of the style.
That's all!
Colin, it looks like fairly exhausting sort of work.
Yes, it flattens you a bit, Rick, yes.
How did square dancing get started here in Australia?
Square dancing got started here in Australia actually when Leonard Hurst came out here, and I think it was about 1949, and Joe Lewis about that time also paid a visit to Australia. But it really kicked off in 1953 when Jim Vickers-Willis started here in Adelaide, and Eddie Evans and Eddie Carroll also started, and that really kicked it off in the 1950s.
Do you need a good sense of rhythm, or
Yes.
you just have to listen to the caller?
No, you need a sense of rhythm too, because the dancers are actually dancing to rhythm. They're dancing to the music besides the caller. Their feet are moving to the shuffle of the beat.
What sort of person is attracted to square dancing?
All ages, all ages. Well, as you can see from here, young ones up to 70 years of age, makes no difference. Our oldest square dancer is 72 years of age, and our youngest is 10.
Well, how many dances do they attend in, say, a month?
There's 5 dances a week being held in Adelaide, so that's every night in the week.
And do you always have a live band like this?
No, not always a live band. We do a lot to recorded music, and it's a pleasure to get a band like this to be able to call to live music. Not all bands play square dance music. And to find a band that's so versatile as this is terrific, because they can come in with their square dance beat, and it's terrific to the caller and also to the people dancing.
Well, just how popular is square dancing? I know it must have gone through a boom in the 50s. Just how popular is it now?
It's picked up tremendously in the last few years, Rick, because we've got a convention, as you know, coming up very, very shortly, and we have already booked in 1,300 dancers to that convention. So that'll give you a bit of an idea that it's really kicking on again.
Give yourselves a clap. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen.
Dressing up is an integral part of it all. Many hours and a great deal of money is spent by its followers in making or acquiring the right outfit for the big occasion. And the 21st convention ranks as probably the most important event in the history of Australian square dancing. There's little doubt, therefore, that many will endeavour to stand out in that colourful crowd. And it's not just the women folk who take pride in such matters. It's therefore a busy time for those who possess the necessary dressmaking skills, whether the creations are for themselves, family or friends. But as Val Maldowney explains, there are certain traditions to observe, and it seems those frilly petticoats were quite fashionable at the birth of modern square dancing.
Back in, I think the 40s, where square dancing originated from in America, well, everyone wore frilly petticoats then, and I think it's kind of just carried through.
Do the styles change at all?
Not particularly the styles, but the lengths have. You know, I mean, today's fashions, the lengths change and you kind of alter them accordingly.
Well, are the hemlines up this year or down?
Down a bit, the same as most day frocks are.
Walk all around your corner, girl, and you see so around your own. Now join your hands, circle to the left you roam.
It's the occasion they've all been waiting for, and judging by the size of the turnout, it's already being classed as a big success. It's the beginning of a weekend of dancing, and in fact the convention provides more than 20 hours of solid dancing, enough to make even the most ardent fan a little foot-weary.
It's a sin to tell a lie. 1 and 3 you square through, 4 hands around you go. Around the corner, lady do.
It's also the night when the various state teams step out in their colours for the grand parade. And this year they're joined by square dancers from New Zealand, Canada and the United States. It's an elaborate affair with each of the dress sets eager to look their best on this, the most important night of their social calendar. Certainly it's to be regarded as a milestone for Australian square dancing. But of the large crowd here tonight, very few can remember its humble beginnings. Queensland's Graham Rigby has attended all 21 conventions.
Graham, it's a rather large turnout. Is this just an excuse for a big get-together, or is there a need for a convention like this?
We believe there's very definitely a need, Rick. It brings a lot of people together from clubs all over Australia and New Zealand. All ages are represented. It's a colourful affair. It's something we enjoy because it brings a lot of friends together and we make new ones.
You must have witnessed a lot of changes in 21 years.
There would be many changes. Sort of takes us back to Canberra in 1960 when about 120 people came along from 3 or 4 states. Now we have here something like 1,400 people from all over Australia, New Zealand, even from Canada.
What do you think the young people get from it?
I feel the excitement they're looking for, from point that it takes them to a number of places, gives them an opportunity to travel, meet others of their own age and others. But I think it's a fulfillment. It's different from disco dancing, where you scarcely need a partner. All dancing is fine, but with square dancing, it is formation dancing. People have the opportunity of achieving from the circles to the stars, to the grid movements across the sets and back, to making lines, the variation and the achievement that comes more from square dancing than from other forms.
What do you forecast for square dancing in the future?
I'd forecast that it will bring a lot of people, a lot of pleasure. This convention, which tonight boasts 1,400, will perhaps grow to perhaps a couple of thousand or even more. But I think rather than the number of people coming into it, and this obviously we feel will grow, will be the extension of all the friendships and all the fun and all the good times that we're currently enjoying.
And circle to the left and away you go on, you're heeling on your toe.
For its fans here, this dance, which is a mixture of folk dancers from throughout the world, has come of age. And with dozens of callers anxious to exercise their voices, there's no better way to celebrate.
Take a little walk like I told you to, swing through 2 by 2. Now boys trade round to go, swing through 2 by 2. Now the girls trade round to go, hey, swing through 2 by 2. Turn left and go, way down in southern South Australia, down Adelaide way. Hey, now do an element, let your own do it aside of the main style, left in the middle, one time around. Meet your partner there in the left alley, do those startos, do an alley man, lift that corner, you weave the ring, they got a wee body in and out around you go, promenade, oh, have a good times, and so long ramblers, come on and give us back, oh, will you come and give us back, come on, you come and